Hi guys, welcome to another edition of The Watch Collector. My name's Ollie. Today we're going to be looking at a brand that I think you absolutely know I have a real affection for and have done for quite a while. And that's Czapek, and it's one of their very special pieces that you don't get to see very often. But of course, before we do, the obligatory wristwatch check, and today I'm wearing the Salto-Biard SB07 Lagoon Edition. So Czapek, as we know, revived just over 10 years ago now. And starting with the Chronograph, they then introduced their Antarctique Passage de Drake, their stainless steel answer to the steel sports watch category. Now, there are various colours, and some of you may know that I'm a particular fan of their salmon version. But here we've got what you might perceive as the daddy of the model range. And this is the Rattrapante in ice blue. Bit of history about the Rattrapante. It's accredited to the Swiss watchmaker Adolphe Nicole from the 19th century. And the first Rattrapante, or split-second chronograph, was created in a wristwatch, was created by Patek Philippe back in 1922. One of which of those watches was sold just around 25 years ago at auction for $1.9 million. So that tells you a little bit about the heritage and the complexity and the difficulty of making a watch with this specific movement, or this kind of movement, I should say. So before we get into precisely how a Rattrapante works, let's talk about this piece, because it's a tour de force and it's got the size to go with it. It's, as you can see, in full steel. It's a 42.5mm case, and you actually have two figures for the height. Why? Because look at the dome on that sapphire crystal, that window into a really quite magnificent way of looking at the workings and indeed the finishing of the dial and the movement beneath it. So from the top of the sapphire crystal down to the bottom of the case back, looking at 15.3mm. But if you remove the window, it's bezeled to the case back, which is just 10.5. And actually, as you'll see when I put it on the wrist, because you have that really quite domed sapphire crystal, it does manage to hide its heft. That's not to say that this is a shrinking violet. It's not. You know it's on the wrist, but because it has that feature of domed sapphire crystal, it really works quite well. What I really like about it is the way that they've managed to demarcate the hands. So obviously you have the hour and the minutes, but then of course you've got the split seconds. So let's get those going so you can see. So at 2 o'clock, or 1:30 I suppose, 1 o'clock, you have the pusher to get things started. Both of them are together at this moment in time, blue and red. And the whole idea of a Rattrapante, or split-second chronograph, is to be able to use one watch to record more than one period of time, i.e. The lapse of, let's say, two members within one singular race team. So I've started the chronograph, and then with the pusher at 11, I press it once. As you can see, the red stops instantaneously. If I push that pusher at 11 once again, it will almost instantaneously snap back, and it's immediately back in line with the original time. Of course, we stop the chronograph with 1, and then again to reset back to 12. Now, it goes without saying, and it may be say that I'm stating the obvious, but to create a piece that is this complicated and is able to work to that level of precision that quickly is no mean feat. And on top of that, we can see precisely how it works. And what I love about it is not only can you see the way that you've got the satin brushing on the levers for the chronograph, you've got the hand chamfered edges, you've also got this really quite sexy iridescent effect on the subdials and around the edge of the dial. And hopefully if I move that through the light, it's been treated with blue PVD. It works really well. And for a watch that you think may not actually be that legible, really gives it life. And on top of that, of course, you've got the contrast with the blue and the red for the split-second chronograph indication. Let's flip it over, because I'm a fan of the watches, but also a fan of the movement. In the, let's say, standard Antarctique Passage de Drake, you have the SXH5. This is the SXH6. As you might expect, you're going to need a pretty punchy movement to be able to work that Rattrapante, and this is of course no different, with a 60-hour power reserve and a 5N rose gold recycled rotor with which to provide all that oomph to get that Rattrapante going. Some of you may or may not know, but Czapek also have, in addition to the integrated bracelet, they have the quick release, so that if you need an extra couple of millimeters in your bracelet, you have it on both sides. Really nicely done. Let's throw it on the wrist and I'll show you what I mean about the size and how it wears. So, as I mentioned, this is 15.3 millimeters from the top of the sapphire crystal case, sapphire crystal dial side to the case back. That sounds pretty punchy, and it is, but because it's domed, you can see that it goes straight underneath my dress cuff. As I said, this is not a piece that you're going to forget wearing. This is a bold statement, especially coupled with that 42.5 millimeter size and diameter. It's 120 meter water resistant. It's a statement piece, make no bones about it. And let's face it, at that price, which is about 48,000 plus VAT, you've paid for a statement, so you might as well get it. And that's what it does. Now, that is of course a huge amount of money for a wristwatch, but put it this way. You take this innovation, this complication, this level of finishing, skeletonization on, in my view, one of the best entries in terms of design to the steel sports market in the last 10 years, and you compare that to, let's say, the old guard, that actually starts to look pretty good value for money. So that's the Czapek Antarctique Rattrapante in ice blue. Super sexy watch. Love the way you can see straight through into the workings of not just a chronograph, but a split-second chronograph. It's actually really quite surprisingly easy to read. Wears very well. Punchy price, but it's what you're going to expect. I'd love to know what you think about this piece. That's enough for me for now. I'll see you next time.